Every one of us has a dark side, a demon phase, and a side we can refer to it as a bad side of us. It is common in every human being, although the intensity matters, but not a single one of us is free from this side. By talking about human beings, we obviously mean all human beings, which include ordinary people like us, celebrities, and even the popular players of the well-repped leagues. We are well aware that every sport promotes a true spirit of sportsmanship, which is by far no connection with a crime in any way, even in players' personal or off-court lives. However, there are still a handful of players in the league who have gone through some legal issues in their days prior and during days in the NBA. Ending up in a lockup is not necessarily a result of an extremely big crime, but in states in America, laws are pretty strict, and they can put you in the lockup even on small issues like going the wrong way on the road. So referring those players as criminals won't be a fair thing to do. Thus, we will generally call them players. Moving ahead in this video, you will come across some of the popular NBA players who were imprisoned for different reasons. At number 1, J.R. Smith. When the Miami Heat and Dallas Mavericks were gearing up for an NBA championship during the remaining season, the New York Knicks' J.R. Smith turned into gearing up with something absolutely extraordinary in South Beach. In Miami, Smith turned into bopping around on a scooter without a driver's license, while he turned into getting pulled over and a ticket. This is one of the hilarious mentions in this video. Later on, things become quite heated up among them and ended up in a lockout. At number 2, Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins became one of the gamers to run into some problems with the law. Last August, Perkins became picked up in a nightclub in Texas, wherein he became intoxicated and tried to combat the club's manager. From there, he became driven out of the club's lower back door, wherein he endured to yell and try to combat some extra people, eventually worsening up the situation and obviously facing off the law, thus ending in jail. At number 3, Sebastian Telfair. Back in 2007, while Telfair became suffering to get gambling time for the Celtics, Bassie became picked up in New York with a suspended license, while he became going 77 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone. To make matters worse, Telfair picked up a gun ownership rate, while the arresting officer discovered a .45 quality handgun below the passenger seat. This became the second time that Telfair had hassle with guns, as he became stuck with a loaded gun in a pillowcase again at the Crew aircraft while he became with the Portland Trail Blazers. At number 4, Ben Wallace. Last September, Wallace became pulled over for suspicions of drunken riding, while the police officer found a hidden weapon. For the charges, Wallace became pressured to pay fines, go through 30 hours of a network carrier, and 12 months of probation. At number 5, Jason Kidd. It appears to be a long term on account that all and sundry even noted Jason Kidd's arrest from the lower back in 2001, however, it changed into a quite severe conviction lower back in the day. Kidd changed into charged with pleaded and no contest of spousal abuse fees, for which he paid a $200,000 and changed into order to go through anger control classes. The ironic factor is that 6 years later, while divorced, Kidd filed a restraining order in opposition to his wife, alleging that she changed into abusing him at that factor of their relationship. At number 6, Delonte West. In 2009, West turned into picked up in Maryland at the same time as rushing on his motorbike, while the police officers observed a Beretta 99mm handgun, a Ruger 357 Magnum handgun, and a Remington 870 shotgun in a guitar case. West pleaded responsible to 2 counts of gun expenses and turned into sentenced to 8 months of resident arrest, 4 hours of services, and months of probation. At number 7, Deshaun Stevenson. Recently, and greater forgivingly, Stevens changed into picked up for public intoxication. When changed into it, he changed into picked up. You guessed it, simply days after the Dallas Mavericks received their first championship in June. The issue that surprises everyone is Stevenson's public intoxication arrest is not that it happened, it is that it would not show up greater frequently in sports. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Swish Position, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. See you all next time.